mission to interview women and the occasional token man about how their passion and purpose have collided to create healthy relationships and profitable businesses. I am Elizabeth Denham, here with Rebecca Monet. We are the co-founders of the Coterie for Women. Rebecca, you've had a big week this week, haven't you?
I sure have. First time flying since my accident and since COVID. So big deal for me.
In a lot of ways. How was it traveling with the pandemic?
You know what? It was much better than what I expected. I got to the airport and I had my mask, but it's very thin and it's kind of a whatever. And instantly they said that won't do. So they give you a mask. And so of course you have to wear it inside and you have to wear it on the plane. And I thought it was really interesting because once you're on the plane, I would say 50 to 70% of people only had their mouths covered. They didn't have their nose covered, and the attendants didn't say squat, which made me feel better because at least now if I'm pulling mine down, I can. You're
not going to get in trouble.
I'm not going to get in trouble because they're going to have to unload 150 people if they do that. So, but the big thing, my thorn this week about that is, of course, I hate wearing the mask as most people do, but we had some plane issues in Las Vegas. I went through Las Vegas to get to Tulsa to visit my grandchildren. And we're loaded and we're out on a runway and all of a sudden there's some kind of plane issue, who knows what. And we're back, at the gate and we're unloaded. Now, normally in normal times, if you're unloaded to get another plane, could be hours and sometimes the next day. And in this case, because of COVID, there's so many airplanes that are grounded that they literally took us to another gate and we reloaded. So we were off and back on and in the air within, hour and 15 minutes.
Wow.
It was a shocker. So of course I didn't like the idea that it was another hour and a half before I got to see my grandkids. And my children, but
it could have been an overnight stay on a normal day, right?
And that would not have been fun. I would have been a grumpy pants if that happened.
I know. So I know what your rose is going to be, but tell me anyway.
Yeah, my rose, of course. With COVID, it's been almost 11 months since I've seen 5 of my 6 grandchildren. The baby I saw in February, but the others I haven't had a chance to see. So naturally, I was just ecstatic to see my babies. And the kids have been just giddy since I've been here. Because we're very close. My grandkids are very
well. We Zoomed yesterday and they were all over you. I got to meet them because they didn't want to be 2 inches away from you.
No, my daughter's 3 daughters, they are like glue to my side. And then the others are older, 22 and 15. And then there's a baby that's 3. But yeah, they don't want to be apart.
That's so nice though, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's big excitement when it's been that long. And I'm sure they've changed a ton.
They have, especially the baby who's walking, of course, right? She's a year old. That's why I'm here to celebrate her birthday. So it was fun. That's my rose.
You can't beat that rose.
No. So how about you? I want to hear about your thorn and I want to hear about your rose this week.
Well, I don't know which it is. So I'm going to let you decide. So I came out the other night. I always wear the same things to sleep basically. And I found some pajamas that were at the bottom of the pile that my husband had never seen them when we've been married 8 years. So I thought, those are so soft and cozy and comfortable. And I walked out in them and he fell out laughing. He's like, what are you wearing?
Okay, I got to see this.
This is the pattern. He thought it was and it has bottoms, like tops and bottoms.
It's kind of pretty.
He's like, he was calling me Madam Butterfly. And I guess because it covers you from like shoulder to ankle.
That's so pretty.
I thought it was kind of pretty and it's very silky soft, like and summery, lightweight. And so I walked out and he laughed his butt off. And so the next morning I came out in them and my son was there and I was like,
Is this funny?
pajamas are funny. And he said, he starts giggling. He's my quieter one. And he's just doing this low giggle. And he's like, they are pretty funny.
Oh!
He said, I thought that last night when I came home from work. And I was like,
I wonder if it's a gender thing because I think they're adorable.
I mean, they're pretty.
They're pretty. I like the swirlies and the flowers and the softness. I mean, it flows. I wonder if it's a guy thing.
I don't know. And the other day, over the weekend, I got up and took a shower and I just put them back on because I was just going to be hanging out at home. And Donald goes, why did you put those back on? I was like,
so he's suggesting that his laugh means you should never wear this thing again?
Apparently. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it is kind of a lot of pink and black and it's a little bold, maybe. I don't know.
I think it's gorgeous. It's got like a little bit of an Asian flair.
I think that's why the Madame Butterfly thing came out. But I was like,
yeah.
I don't know. They're very soft. I mean, you just kind of.
Here's what I can say about this Elizabeth. Is she's got great taste in women, bad taste in clothes.
Maybe he thinks he's got very strong opinions about women's shoes. He always has an opinion if he thinks some shoes, he doesn't love nude shoes. Just it's funny how opinionated he is, but I'm like, I think they were any big deal. And two men in my house think that they're hilarious. So
that's all right. Okay. All right. So we need to ask our audience what their opinion is. Weigh in, guys.
Yeah.
Ladies, tell us if these are cute.
Exactly. Rose or Thorn pajamas.
Yes.
And keep in mind that they're very soft. I had this college roommate who had this blanket from when she was a baby, and it had a little silky border on it. Mm-hmm. And she would sit there and talk to you and rub her face with it. Oh. That's what I'm reminding myself of. Like, this is like Carrie rubbing her face. It was like her little habit from childhood.
My son had two blankets that had that soft stuff on the edges, mm-hmm. a ribbon on the edge. And he constantly was rubbing it. Half the time it was up his nose. But he had this thing about soft things. In fact, when he was a baby, he would go to my lingerie drawer and pull out the softest thing he could. And it would just drag around the house as a toddler.
Isn't that funny?
I think we put this up for vote.
I do too. So I don't know if I have a rose or a thorn or both. I'm entertained by it. That my pajamas have caused this controversy in my house. I just thought they were comfortable and I forgot they were there.
It's a discovery.
So yeah, everybody chime in, give us a comment. Thumbs up or thumbs down, rose or thorn on the PJs.
Thumbs up for me.
All right, we'll report back next week, so be sure to vote. We will see you next time on Roses and Thorns.